Hello and welcome back. Today I have for you a very autumnal makeup look. I always say on my channel, autumn is the Redheads season. If you are a fellow Redhead, you know what I mean. Just autumn colours are the ones that really suit us, those like brown, rusty tones and khaki greens and stuff like that. So I always get excited and inspired when people start posting all their autumn tutorials and makeup content and outfits and stuff. So I've been feeling inspired the past week. I'm currently filming this on the 4th of September. So I hope that this video is helpful if you're looking to figure out some products and colours that will work for you this autumn season, and let's just get into it. So I'm going to start with skin, and if you've been watching my videos for a while, you will know that I like very fresh, very glowy skin, so I'm going to keep it the same just because I don't actually have a lot of base products in at the moment. Over the summer, I've just been using the NYX concealer, the one that everyone has been talking about, the Bear With Me concealer serum. I've just been using that in place of like tinted moisturizer or anything else and just wearing it all over. I mean, I rarely have been wearing makeup on my face like during the summer, but yeah. But I want to do something a bit more full coverage today, but still feel like everyday wearable. So I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay Stay Naked Hydromaniac. Used this loads before on my channel, but I'm going to be mixing the shades 20 and 30 on my fingers and just kind of work it into the skin. Ooh, I haven't used this in a while and it's starting to smell a bit weird. Might be time to replace it soon. I do have a little bit of eczema on my skin here, you might see on my neck. I've been meaning to put some eczema cream on it, but honestly just keep forgetting. So that's just gonna be there today. And we're gonna try and cover it up a little bit, but I'm not too bothered about it. And I'm just blending this into the skin with my Zoeva Grand Stippling brush. The thing I like, I'm gonna zoom you in a tad. So I'm gonna go in with my concealer. I am gonna use my trusted favorite, my Uoma Stay Woke concealer. I have the shade T1 White Pearl. This is just my favorite concealer for covering anything. I use this on my wedding day. I love it. I've been using it for years. I swear by it. The consistency of it is just so perfect for my skin. It just blends in and looks like skin, but it still covers really well and stays well throughout the day. I just switched on my background lights just to brighten it up in here a bit, but that is my foundation and concealer. Very quick, very easy. As I say, something that I want to just wear every day, not feel too makeup-y, like I'm wearing loads and loads of makeup. I hate that feeling. I think I'm gonna go in with eyes first, just to try and then balance out the cheeks with the eyes afterwards. There's a few options, as I said, for eyes that I've pulled here. So the first one, I'm going to use a particular palette, but I just wanted to show you these options as well for nice kind of full brown colours. The first palette I have to recommend is the Glossier Almond palette. So this has 3 shades, a matte version, a slightly sheeny version, and then a very sparkly version, all of the same tone and colour. So it's called the Monochromes eyeshadow palette. They have them in lots of different shades. It's a really good one for redheads particularly. It might be a little bit pale for you if you are a darker skin tone, but if you're very fair like me, this is perfect for those warm kind of all over the lid eye looks, which is like my signature look. I don't do lots of eyeshadows all over the lid anymore. I tend to just use like one shade and blend it out all over. And then my second recommendation is a cream eyeshadow. You might guess already what this is, but this is, actually I do have another one that I will recommend as well, but this is the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerise. This is in the shade Amber Gold. You can see it is just such a beautiful, true bronzy shade, and it really is stunning. It's got that kind of like antique bronze look, and it's really stunning. I prefer to wear this in an evening. I will say that it can look a little bit dark because I am so fair. If I wear it in the day, it can just look a little bit glam, but on an evening with like lots of mascara and a nude lip, this is gorgeous. And then for cream shadow, I also have these Pixi Endless Shade Sticks. So I have 3 shades here. This one is a matte shade, and this is in Cocoa. This I use as an eyeliner, kind of smudged out on the top lash line. It's really, really pretty. And then I also have the more shimmery shades in Copper Glaze. The other one, which is my favorite, which the name has actually rubbed off, but I will include it in the description box, because the Copper Glaze is in the middle there. And then I do find the other shade a lot more wearable, just because it doesn't have that really orangey undertone. So that one is my favorite, although Copper Glaze does still look really nice smudged out all over the lid. It's just a little bit darker and a little bit more intense. Today, what I am going to use is this by Beauty Bay palette. This is the Golden Age palette. And this is honestly like an autumn lover's dream in a palette. This palette is £7.50. Honestly, the quality of Beauty Bay makeup is so good. This one and this one I've used a lot, and they're stunning. I've also used this shade as kind of a like all over crease color, and that's really nice too. So I really recommend the quality of these shadows, and yeah, that's what I'm going to use today. So we're going to do a warm brown matte eyeshadow look. I'm going to use their eyeshadow primer too. This is not sponsored by Beauty Bay. I've just been trying out their products a lot over the last year because they are so affordable, and honestly everything I've tried from them is really good and has managed to work its way into like some of my favorite products. So I've been using them a lot in recent videos, but I just think they might be my favorite affordable makeup brand. I would say this is comparable with like your Maybellines and the Rimmel kind of price point, but obviously it's cruelty free, so it's a great alternative. So I'm just gonna take some of this shade Glamour, and I'm gonna start working that into my eye and just kind of focusing it on the outer third, but also bringing it through the crease. I do find also the Beauty Bay website is really helpful in terms of like showing swatches of everything, and I do find the swatches on their website to be pretty accurate. Once I've bought the products, they are very true to the photos that they have on their website, and they're helpful in terms of like describing the formulas and stuff like that as well. So if you want it to be really, really subtle, you could literally just be done with this and just go with a very simple kind of almost like contouring your eye. I'm just gonna take a little bit more of that shadow and kind of run it closer into the corner, but not too intense. I want it to be more intense on the outer third. To be honest, I would normally just kind of leave it there and go out like this. I might just build it up a little bit more on the lid and have more of a kind of all over lid color, but I just want to play a little bit with this shade here, which is the shade Roaring, and I'm actually going to mix it. I'm going to dip the brush into the shade Precious as well, just to kind of lighten it up and make it not too dark. Because I am so fair, sometimes if I take a very dark brown shade, it can look very muddy very quickly. So I'm just going to kind of take that and then see what happens and focus that on, again, on the outer third. Oh, okay, maybe a bit more brown. Just taking the excess off before I go straight onto the lid. Not getting the payoff that I wanted with that. I think it might be this brush. Okay, I'm gonna take this kind of small pencil brush and go back into that brown shade. And then I'm gonna take some more of that first shade and just kind of blend all that together. So I think that's all I'm gonna do for now, but like I say, I do really love using these shadows as well. So if I was doing more of a glam going out look, I would definitely be using those gold shades, but I just want to keep it very matte, very simple today. So I'm gonna go in with some cream bronzer and then do the rest of my face. So I am gonna take some of this Saie cream bronzer in the shade Light, and I'm just taking it off again on my arm just to make sure that it doesn't go in too heavy. This is the trick when using these very brown shades, whether it's on the eyes or the face and you have very fair skin, is just go in with less is more. I am now going to use a cream blush that is also quite bronzy, and this is the Ilia multi-stick in the shade Dreamer. This is kind of like a terracotta burnt like red shade. Like, it's very autumnal when you look at it, but it's also really nice to use in the summer because it kind of gives you that sunburnt cheek effect. But I think this is really nice when you're using these kinds of warm browns and very bronzy shades for autumn, because it kind of hams everything up and really plays off those tones. So I'm going to use this pretty heavily on my cheeks and kind of work it in, and hopefully it's going to complement those shades really nicely. So I'm using my grand stippling brush again. I'm just using a different brush, but it's the same number. It's the Zoeva Grand Stippling, but it's just not the one that I use for foundation. So I find that sometimes this works better when you kind of work it in with your skin as well. But I do like drawing it directly onto the skin because I think you get a better payoff that way, personally. And then you can kind of mold it with your fingers to be a bit more seamless. But because we've kept the eye quite minimal and not too intense and not too many of those orange tones on the eye, it still looks really wearable and like everyday friendly. I don't know when that stopped recording, but I am just blending the blush and the bronzer together with my bronzer brush just to like make sure everything looks nice and uniform. And we're pretty much done with the face. I'm gonna powder a little bit. I would also love to know if you guys have any autumn creators, like people that make autumn content that you love. I would love to know your recommendations because there's a few people, I will leave them linked in the description box, but when they start posting their autumn content, I get excited. So people like Brianna Fox, if you follow her makeup tutorials, she has so many beautiful like autumnal makeup looks on her channel, and when I follow her all year round, but when she starts I found her last year and she's just started obviously posting autumn content again, and I'm like really excited to watch it all because it's so inspiring and she's so good at those like tones, and I don't know, there's something about her autumn makeup tutorials that just really excite me. So Brianna Fox and also Gemma Louise Miles. I don't follow her as much anymore, but she's just started again posting all her autumn content and it's making me feel very, don't know, just excited for autumn. So I really like those two, are like the ones that like come to mind immediately when I think of autumn content. But I would love to know your recommendations, if there's anyone you follow and you love watching them and talking about autumn. I don't like pumpkin spice lattes, but I love watching people drink them online. I hate how they taste, but there's something about it, man, that just like gets you all in the mood for like warm, cozy weather, and I don't know, I'm here for it. Would I ever buy a pumpkin spice latte? No, because they taste like carrot. I don't get the hype. I don't get the hype. Do they look very aesthetic? Yes. Would I drink them? No. This is basically the makeup look done. I am just gonna throw on some mascara and brows, and then we're gonna do lips, but I did powder with my trusty Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish powder. I'm gonna take a little bit of that crease brown shade called Glamour, this middle one here, and I'm gonna take it on this brush and just run it very softly under my eyes, not too intense, just enough to add a little bit of definition and frame the eyes. I don't know if you guys heard, but Rare Beauty recently got cruelty-free kitty certified, and I'm very excited about it. So I did pick up their the Rare Beauty mascara. It just says black mascara, but I'm pretty sure this does have a name. I don't know how I feel about it. It's not my favorite mascara I've ever used. I do think I still prefer the Glossier Lash Slick, but it's really good for volumizing. So I thought I would use it today and just see how it looks with this look, because I feel like you need heavy lashes in autumn to like bring out the very flutteriness of them. So we're gonna see if this works. I do feel like it can clump a little bit, and it can kind of make my lashes sometimes just look like one big lash. So I'm hoping that it's dried out a bit more because I've had it a few weeks now. I am just kind of taking the excess off a little bit on here so it doesn't go, like, just to, like I say, take a little bit of that clumpiness away. See, what I don't like about it is that I don't think it lengthens my lashes enough. The Glossier Lash Slick just lengthens like nothing else, man. I'm gonna let those dry and then try and just separate them a bit more, because I feel like this lash is really clumpy. And then I'm gonna go in with my Glossier Boy Brow on my eyebrows. Okay, I have another Glossier product to use on my lips. I can't remember the name of the lipsticks. I will obviously leave it listed below, but this is in the shade Trench. It's their like hydrating, balmy, glossy lip balm, and this is just again gonna like play up all of those. It's right here. You can see it, like how brown and caramel and cinnamony it is. This is the blush here, like in comparison. Oh, so nice. This lipstick is really comfortable to wear and just like a glossy, creamy lip balm. It's so comfortable. See, I do find this mascara flakes a little bit as well. I don't know, man, I'm not sure, but that I do really want to try other Rare Beauty products. I just picked up the mascara because they discontinued my favorite e.l.f. mascara, so I was looking for an alternative, and I don't know, I just sort of picked it up on a whim. I don't think I would repurchase it though. Final thing is we need to put the autumn plaid shirt on. So this is the finished autumn makeup look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed and are as excited for autumn and fall as I am. If there are any particular products, shades, lipsticks, anything that you love for autumn, or just stuff in general, like, please do let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you guys and yeah, get the discussion going. And yeah, if you are a redhead like me and you were looking for some autumn inspiration, I hope that you found this video helpful. Other than that, I really hope that you are doing well and taking care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.